Welcome. You still there on top of the Good Morning Naija show this beautiful morning. I would already do many things on top of the show. But now, not time for us to enter with top story. I want to focus on something where they very dear home to all of us, especially in Nigeria, Africa as a whole, but we could just zone in on Nigeria. They talk say among the displaced people wey plenty for inside Obodo Nigeria, women and children na them they affected the most, especially many places where wahala dey, like Borno State. Many of these people don't lose their husbands, and some of them don't lose their children. And to even find food to eat, na problem for them. Many people they hungry well, especially from that Maiduguri, Borno, all those northern side where Boko Haram they cause trouble. We go just highlight this morning some of the challenges them where they on ground, where they make this famine, a be lack of food, make it day gidigba inside Obodo country, or why no even go away. One of the biggest problems where we get, na say opportunity to farm, not day.
Really?
Yes, because
and I would say a lot of state governors they do well to create farm.
No, in the northern where this
wahala they shell, there's no opportunity to
they don't
farm.
already bomb so many places, so the soil is not even conducive. There is no safety.
Yes.
For farming.
So that one means
people
if they don't have
from
opportunity to get to acquire a farm,
let's even talk about maybe an account given by one of the people that we don't experience them. They say one of the people where they live around this area, where name be Mohammed, they say he and his family, they don't displace them for like 2 years. They say no land, no opportunity to farm, because they're not even there their home state, they're not there their home again. Because many of them, for you to farm, they have been displaced. So where they won't get the opportunity to farm, then where the IDP come, are they going to get land there to the farm? And they talk say Mohammed will be farmer. He they grow food before, but now he they find person will go help him. Ibrahim and a wife, they said they come Maiduguri like 3 years ago, but we'll go back if safety don't day. But if safety not day, how would they go back to their land to go and farm the opportunities where they get before? Now, this kind of Mohammed is not somebody where they work up and down looking for work, because he's a professional farmer. And if you know there in homestead where if he doing farming work, how do you want him to feed his family? They say he don't even get enough to feed him and his family. He said they don't get food to eat, and that one person. And they thought say Kaltima don't they Maiduguri for about 2 months. That's another person. They said this one, she run come out with her 6 children after her husband Boko Haram kpai. They say Kaltima they need cap to earn money, in they do knitting, to they make a woolen cap and everything, to they earn some money. But you know they enough. They say she and her 6 children are 1 meal now that they chop one every day. And there are days self where they don't even get anything where they go feed eat. That one another person's story. They say that last year, Abubakar family, they said they received livelihood assistance for one Norwegian refugee council. He received training on how to grow vegetable and how to maintain a garden. He said this assistance when they give him a change in life. He said he don't learn how to grow crops and he they succeed. He said now he they use part of the things that when they get to cook food, to chop. But many other family not get access to some of this kind of betterness will happen for Abubakar. And they talk say this Norwegian refugee council that they help, especially when it comes to training, providing seed for gardening, and so that food crisis it go less. And a lot of people that waiting for this area, they are going through a lot of food crisis.
Lola, even if food security experts don't come outside predict say there's going to be a rise in number of people where they face the crisis, emergency, and food farming condition. Now the current number now about 4.7 million. They say it's supposed to rise to 5.2 million in the affected region, including at least 50,000 people will go they affected by this farming-like condition by the end of August. In fact, they don't come outside talk say about 3.2 million people were inside food crisis food situation in the 3 northern states, and we get about 1.4 million people in emergency, and we get about 44,000 people were inside farming. In addition, 450,000 children they at risk of severe acute malnutrition, of which 314,500 will receive treatment by 2017. And this one they call the largest humanitarian crisis we will face for inside Nigeria. Because why? Because even though we don't reach a certain level when it comes to certain production of cash crop, like cereal for inside Nigeria, but that one is still not enough to cater for this people.
As long as there is
region.
insecurity, there is no way. A lot of us remember that a lot of food crops come from the north.
Yes.
Things like pepper, tomatoes, potatoes,
yes.
and now that we
Onions.
they get granuts, we they get a lot of crisis in those areas. That means farming is a circle. You go put seed to ground, wait for harvest time. But they have not been able to farm as adequately as they do before. So food shortage, it is show for the south.
Now, because of which you just come aside talk, one of the reasons are because a lot of them has been displaced by Boko Haram, these bad people. And then the places that will come go find their camp, they feel not even get access to acquire land there. And some of them too, they feel not they displaced, but they fear to go to their farmland because something bad might happen to them.
If it is not Boko Haram where they do Guagba, it is herdsmen where they kill them. And this thing is becoming it's a national crisis.
Of course, Luchi talk and say...
See the statistics where she read.
5.7 million people now go enter into the number by the end of August. And
by the end of August.
This month.
And because a lot of Nigerians, they rely on the northern farmers to actually eat.
Now, people
because most of our foods for inside the market,
that is what. That's
the thing where a lot of people talk saying that the plan where these Guaba people will get right from time to make sure say food security. That's not within the attack. Because they realize say most of our food is coming from the north. Now, if they feel put a big game, tie our food security, make sure say there is shortage in the food supply, then maybe then they go to achieve certain things of what they want to achieve.
But
because
you know, this is what
food is coming from there.
When will they talk about a lot of people they talk and say they want the disintegration of this our country. That means say they want me with cutlass and into pieces. But you see, say every day, it called a day glaring. That means say it be like mirror where they look. Say we need each other. If you look at this country, different things come from different sides.
Yeah.
That means say this entity where would they call Nigeria, it's a symbiotic relationship that would they live on. That means I feed off you, you feed off me some other thing. But if we can't disintegrate this country, you go see say the crisis will go there. It go there really, really big in our hands.
But that's what happened when you see say some states are dormant. Every state, for inside Wobudo, Nigeria, gets something to actually produce. Now imagine if each state, like those states, they improve on their oil, capacity. This one improve on their yam. We're not going to rely on one particular source for us to actually eat. But if you want to put your mouth inside this conversation, we're there on top Facebook. Make sure so you put the hashtag Good Morning Nigeria. Let us know what we do concerning this food crisis where they face as regards to the badness for inside the northern area.
Now, some people don't come outside talk, say, at least make we even think of some short-term solution to this long-term problem we don't get on hand. And now they come outside and say we need to address the budget funding. Now, if you check them for humanitarian response, they say the budget they don't allocate is about 28%. Now they don't allocate to cater for these millions of people, 5.7 million. We have 314,500 children where they are at the risk, if not more than that, where they are at the risk of being malnourished for inside this country. Now, they say if we can look at the budget. Also, they say things like having a small backyard garden. If you get backyard garden, where if you grow some certain crops.
Excuse me, if you're talking about backyard garden in the urban areas, have you noticed the warehouses are where they look now? You know, but don't Lagos where we they. I don't enter a house where compound no day.
Yeah, true.
That means the house they build them is tight. So in urban areas, there's urbanization. They take over almost all our farms, almost all the land space.
We have more
so where you want see back garden. Where you they live in a flat where there's 12-story building.
Share the backyard. All of them they share
the backyard. All of you go park motor. All the whole place they cemented or tiled.
Just to buttress your point, now even Jackie Okao, where be the NRC Protection and Advocacy Advisor, come outside talk say one of the reasons or some of the reasons why food crisis they actually increase when we do Nigeria. Now because number one, people, they're not able to farm because of insecurity, where they're actually alive. Number two, people not get access to farmlands. And number three, urban area wahala because they're too congested.
We they talk at that. We don't. You see, there are some of the things where you just made this academic discourse. We don't already talk with even our layman's intellect. We don't talk urbanization. Say they scatter things, insecurity. Another thing where I know say where they cause a problem for all of us, even those who get farm, we are having crisis in our agricultural sector. You read in the papers every day, say governments, they subsidize fertilizer. But at the end of the day, you go see, say the farmers.
It was moved.
That they buy fertilizer.
They don't boycott her.
In a very high price. So those when they even farm, when they manage to farm, see they get crisis. Because all the things where they need to make their crop, make it okay, they don't get better access to them. We see they import grains, GMOs from Obodo Yibo, yet we have IITA there, where we need funding for, to bring out our own crops. We go there good for our own tropical weather and climate.
Yeah. We go Obodo Yibo, go buy from Brazil. Funded? Because I know say you in a person where they're very passionate.
No, they get funding. They get funding, but there's only so much they can do.
Only how many of them are not?
If we get more research institutes inside Nigeria, maybe.
I don't think they're looking to say that.
Because if you even look at now, I mean, this is a situation that's been going on for 8 consecutive years.
It's not just now.
You understand? It's not even this administration.
Yes.
It's a thing that has accumulated for
even more than 8 years.
And I don't use 8 just to underestimate.
They go worse every day because if can't work their body and you not take care. 4 years ago we not feel the impact reach like this. But if you look at the local markets now, you will see that the impact of what is happening in the north, it don't they hit us for south. Even without the government intervention, lake rice. How much lake rice can everybody in Lagos buy?
And you know what? Whether we like them or not, the only way to solve this, the short-term solution, are to fight this insecurity. Fighting Boko Haram now one of the major issues, one of the major solutions in order to end
Boko Haram has even got into other countries.
Too.
Now, for instance, Lake Chad, they don't go even to Cameroon, and now for Lake Chad now because of the crisis, they don't push 6.9 million people back into Nigeria because of what? Because of the big way they share between Lake Chad, Nigeria, and all because of Boko Haram.
Our refugee banks, and do you know that refugee banks, they increase every day? That means everybody is accessing from this lean plate. We never reach the people of the country. And yet, people from other places, that they come inside this country to do what? To still take from these resources. Another thing where they worry me, say, will they get grants? And yet, diversion a day. People from Obodo Yibo, they look and say, will they try help you for your food crisis? And your grant, they divert them.
Yeah, that's why I love international communities. They
go withdraw
and they look.
Yes, they look and say, will they help you for years? What do you do? At this food crisis, say, they exist alone. By the time food crisis day, sickness and disease, epidemic, everything go there inside the country. Malnutrition go there.
2 million
that means health go follow up.
Speak adults.
Anybody will no chop well, when you had your body no kajad, to get disease and sickness, it high.
No, some people are right now, they even sell their body just to survive. We hear for inside the camp say, women, a lot of the people are supposed to protect them. Security forces, when they're not supposed to protect them, they exchange when they carry Gary put for place, say, see Gary, see one Congo of Gary, and your children, they ask. Look at that woman's story. With 6 children, no papa from Boko Haram attack, no home, no nothing. When she they need, how many she need? And yet her children demand food every day. So why won't she do anything to get food for her children? You see, this crisis that is in our country is something that the government need to know, the emergency solution. A short-term solution.
There's not a short-term solution.
And our National Assembly, they are making laws, but they are focusing on things the way you go talk, say, to get weight. Food security, insecurity in the country, health, education, everything, they go down, every day. And yet, we say this Nigeria, we need help. And people are collecting pension from different places. Cost of governance is off the roof. The people that have looted our money are still getting plea bargain. No punishment for the badness where they put an entire nation into. When are we going to go forward in this country?
8 years after.
Well, that is a good question to end this conversation. When we actually go forward for Inside Obodo Nigeria. But let's keep this conversation trending online because now they affect every Nigerian. You don't need to come from the north for you to suffer the shortage of tomatoes or pepper or onion. So, waiting to concern all of us. So let us go on our Facebook at Wazobia Max. But any comment where you put on top there, make sure you put the hashtag Good Morning Nigeria Show. Waiting be the way forward for this food crisis that we face for Inside Obodo Nigeria. Should all states start to produce something? Whether say now Benin want produce yam or Lagos, should all states start to produce something? or how we go take fight Boko Haram, pata, for inside Wimbledon, Nigeria. Let us know. Again, now Twazobia Marks on Facebook with the hashtag Good Morning Nigeria Show.
All right, make you get better day for work.
All right, and we will see you again tomorrow from 7, go reach 8:30. I remain the Chinabon.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.